In June 2025, headlines erupted. Fat Joe is being sued for $20 million. The plaintiff, his longtime hype man, Terrance Dixon, died. The charges are serious, alleging sex trafficking, coercion, and fraud. Filed in New York federal court, the story shocked fans and critics alike. DownUpNews begins the breakdown of this developing case. Terrance Dixon isn't a stranger to Fat Joe. He worked by his side for over 15 years. He alleges Fat Joe exploited that trust for personal gain. His lawsuit details years of emotional, physical, and financial abuse. The case is personal and deeply disturbing. According to Dixon, the abuse started early. He claims he was forced into sexual acts under threat. The pressure allegedly escalated with every tour and appearance. Dixon says he feared for his career, his freedom, even his life. Fat Joe, he claims, had full control over his world. The lawsuit spans global incidents. Dixon alleges abuse in hotels, tour buses, and music studios. Some of these events happened abroad, including in Dubai and Spain. He claims Fat Joe used international travel to isolate and control him. The allegations paint a global pattern of coercion. One of the most shocking claims involves minors. Dixon states Fat Joe arranged meetings with underage girls. He allegedly paid for abortions and even cosmetic surgeries. These claims have not been criminally charged yet, but they are central to Dixon's trafficking argument. Dixon describes being broken down mentally. He says Fat Joe convinced him he was worthless alone. He was told no one would believe him. This emotional isolation, he says, allowed the abuse to continue. He now calls it a prison of fame. The official filing is 157 pages long. It includes dates, locations, names, and graphic allegations. Dixon is seeking $20 in damages. He also wants back pay for his music contributions. The case is currently assigned to a Manhattan judge. Dixon claims he helped write lyrics and hooks. He says he was never credited or compensated. He also alleges he performed security and vocal roles without pay. He's seeking $2 specifically for lost wages. He also wants official recognition for his creative work. Fat Joe denies all accusations. His legal team has filed a motion to dismiss. They claim the lawsuit is extortion-based. Joe's lawyers say Dixon is seeking revenge over a business dispute, but the judge allowed the case to proceed. The case will be heard August 1, 2025. Joe must submit an official response by late June. Both teams are preparing massive evidence lists. There may be witness testimony, private messages, and recordings. It could become a media circus. Musicians and producers are watching closely. Some express concern privately, others speak out. A few artists tweeted support for Dixon. Others call for due process and patience. The case has already divided the music world. Some fans have stopped streaming Joe's music. Others defend him until proof surfaces. Hashtags like #JusticeForda and #ProtectBlackman trend DD. Fat Joe has turned off comments on social media. Silence is being interpreted in different ways. Fat Joe isn't new to controversy. He's had violent altercations, feud rumors, and lawsuits. But none have been this serious. This case could define his legacy, or dismantle it. It's more than music, it's criminal. This case raises questions about power in hip-hop. How far does loyalty go before it becomes control? Can assistants and crew safely report abuse? Dixon's case could shift how the industry functions, especially for hype men, dancers, and bodyguards. Dixon claims people knew, but looked away. He says other employees saw or heard inappropriate conduct, but feared retaliation or job loss. He claims a culture of silence protected Joe. This could open doors for subpoenas. Dixon's lawyers are requesting financial records. They want proof of payments made or not made. Bank transfers, cash withdrawals, and travel expenses are key. They argue these will support trafficking and fraud claims. Fat Joe's team may attempt to block these subpoenas. Dixon alleges he was threatened with violence. He claims Joe used gang affiliations as intimidation. He feared for his safety if he spoke out. Screenshots of messages may be submitted to court. This could add to the criminal implications. Advocacy groups are urging others to come forward. They believe Dixon may not be the only one. Hotlines have been set up for potential victims. No additional accusers have filed yet, but the conversation is gaining traction. Dixon's team is building a case on coercion and labor abuse. They're citing human trafficking laws. Joe's lawyers argue there's no pattern of abuse. They say Dixon is inventing timelines for payout. It's a legal chess match. Mainstream outlets were slow to report the case. Some speculate about bias or industry pressure. DownUpNews and smaller platforms carried the early coverage. Now, networks are catching up as pressure builds. The media narrative is rapidly evolving. Prosecutors are reportedly monitoring the civil case. If evidence suggests criminal acts, charges could follow. Dixon's lawyer hinted at ongoing talks with authorities. There's no open criminal indictment yet, but investigations could soon widen. Some collaborators have distanced themselves quietly. Others continue to work with Fat Joe. Record labels are reviewing contracts in private. Industry insiders say fear of reputational damage looms. The silence speaks volumes. In an exclusive interview, Dixon spoke with DownUpNews. He broke down several of the allegations in detail. He teared up when discussing years lost. I gave him everything, and he took more, he said. The interview went viral. Court insiders say depositions are getting intense. Private hearings are revealing more than public filings. Some names may be redacted to protect identities. Others could become witnesses if the case escalates. This could be bigger than just one man. Twitter, TikTok, and Reddit are split. Supporters of Dixon are calling for justice. Others question the timing of the lawsuit. Clips from old interviews are being analyzed. Social media is shaping public opinion daily. Dixon says he's in therapy twice a week. He's dealing with trauma from years of silence. He shared that he once contemplated suicide. His legal team cites emotional damage in the lawsuit. The mental health angle is resonating deeply. His team may countersue for defamation. They're reviewing Dixon's public statements. They could also push for a settlement. But doing so might imply guilt to the public. Joe is walking a legal tightrope. This case could shift how artists treat their crews. Label contracts may change to ensure fairer treatment. Laws could evolve to protect hype men and staff. It's no longer just about Dixon and Joe. It's about reform. As the August 1 court date nears, tension builds. More evidence is expected to be unsealed. Media outlets are preparing live coverage. The world will be watching. This could reshape music history. Regardless of outcome, the conversation is vital. Abuse of power must be examined across all industries. Dixon's story, true or false, has sparked reflection. DownUpNews will continue following this case closely. Stay tuned for more updates and more truths.